Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I'm going to go over the Format tab available in the SmartBook 16. So the Format tab is regardless of what type of object you have. In this case, I have some shapes here that I'm going to work with for this video, just to kind of give you an idea of how these work. So you have this option of locking a shape. Now you can see everything's grayed out for me at this point. That's just because I don't have anything checked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this little guy right here. I'm just going to move these out of the way just so that they're not here. I also want to show you when I select him that I also have that same option here with the locking. It's also here, and you can see that now I don't have it grayed out. So, but I'm going to go back to the format because I do kind of want to look at it that way. So if I go into format and I lock it in place, what will happen is that I won't be able to move this guy at all. As you can see, I can click on this one, I get the 4 squares. I can click on this one, I still get the 4 squares. Let me go ahead and run. But you can see here, look, it shows it as locked. Just means that I'm stuck with it right there, so I can unlock it and move it. I do have other options though, as you saw in there as well. I can allow vertical move. So if I select this, I can go up and down, but you can see I can't go sideways. And this may be useful in some of your lessons, lectures that you want to do stuff like that and not overlap, because who knows, you may not want to have that ability. Or you can allow horizontal moves. So again, I can go sideways, but I can't go up and down. You can see me trying to go up here, and it's just not allowing me to do that. And now I can just say allow to move. So it just unlocks it. So now I can just move it anywhere just I want to do it. But then I can lock it back up and say, you know what, I definitely want to allow move. Oh, because it won't allow you to rotate. It'll allow you to move. Not that I need to rotate. I think that would be more on like a triangle. So if we went here and we just said allow to move. Let's see, lock, allow move. So I don't have the ability to rotate it. And I'll show you what the rotation looks like. So let's go ahead and go back in here. I'm going to just go ahead and unlock it. And you can see I have that little green circle right here. That just allows me to do the rotation. That's what they're talking about. So I don't get that with the lock in place or lock and allow move. I just get the ability to just move it throughout the document wherever I want it to be. So we can look at that real quick again. So as I said, I have no green circle up here, but I can move it anywhere I want it. Okay. Then we have link to tool. So let's go ahead and link the pen tool. So anytime that we are on there, you can see that I can write in here. It becomes the pen. And I don't even have the pen written. I have it actually selected here. See, so I have the selection tool selected, but when I'm writing on here, let's see. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. So let's go ahead and go to insert and link, not insert, I'm sorry, format and link to tool. So what link to tool does is this now recognizes that anytime I select this, that my pen is going to be active. Okay, doesn't matter where I write on the document, I selected this, so it's going to be active. So we can do that again. So let me go ahead and do clear ink from page. Okay. And right now I don't have it selected. So you can see my selection tool is the one that's worked because that's the one that's highlighted. Now I want you to pay attention to this right here, that it's going to change. And do you see that when I clicked on that, it changed it back to the pen tool. Now I could do the same thing here. Perhaps I want to make it the eraser tool though. So, it might be just a quick, easy way to, have some shapes up there that'll allow you to do that. So I want to do eraser here. So anytime that I click on this, I now get the eraser. And I can actually erase, and you can see that my eraser's on here. So I can go between my pen and my eraser. Look at how cool is that? Okay, so that might be something useful. You may create like a mini dashboard. So let's go ahead and select the tool. See, I lost the ability to select the tool itself, or the shape itself, to resize it. So I can come back in here and unlink the tools. So if I click on this, or let's click on there, and then let's go ahead and grab that. And then I'm going to go ahead and select the whole thing here. This is not what I wanted. Let's see, is it going to allow me to select? And it didn't, which is really interesting. So be very careful when you use these linking tools, because I thought we'd be able to do that. So let's go ahead and do delete, edit, undo the writing, undo erasing. There we go. Unlink, link to tool. I'm going to have to find out. I know there's a quicker, easy way of doing that. So anyway, it is kind of very cool. I like the idea behind it. So like I was saying, though, let's go ahead and we're going to unlock this little guy here. You can actually create these as like little, maybe you just want them at the top of your thing, so it's just quick and easy. Maybe you want, or maybe you want it down here. Just a little quick, easy shortcuts, I guess, is the best way to put it. Of course, I'm not going to be able to change the size of that, but perhaps I want to do this one as a different inking tool. So, it gives you just a little bit of flexibility that you probably weren't aware that you had. I mean, it just might be a little quick, easy, cheap way to get around doing some of these things. So, definitely check it out, but be careful. You just want to make sure that you have a selection tool. So maybe I want to take this and create it as the selection tool. So let me go ahead and shrink it just a little bit, because I wonder if it's going to allow me to select the that triangle there. So let's go ahead and we're going to format it. We're going to link the tool to selection. And then I'm going to go here, and so I should be able to have my selection. Still not going to allow me to do that, which is kind of a bummer. So just be aware that that is something that can cause you some problems. But again, on the other hand, it does have some interesting features that you can have on that as well. So even if I selected this, I'm not going to be able to get back to my my unlinking it. Yeah, it's just not going to allow me to do that. Okay, so the next thing we would want to try to do, I'm going to go ahead and take these two here, because since they haven't been linked to any tools, we're going to be a little bit better off with those. And then we'll go through the little bit of formatting here with the grouping. So if I have these two objects and I can select them, and I just want them to always be together. Let's see, control click. Well, let's just do it this way. I'm going to highlight them both. Okay, and then I can go into format. I'm going to go back into format, and then I'm going to pick group. And that just groups them together. So if I want them to always be together and moving along, they have now become one object. It may be useful. You might find some use for that. It's just there. It's available to you. And then if you don't want them together anymore, you just click on group. You can flip them. Of course, here is probably not going to work quite as well. So let's see if we can select this and see if it'll allow me to flip it. Okay, so it doesn't like that. So let's go ahead and just draw another triangle, just because triangles seem to have a better way of moving, especially when it comes to flipping, because with a circle and a square, you're never going to notice it. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. And if I go in here, I can go format and flip. And I have different options. I got left and right, which you're not going to notice the difference because, of course, it's the same left and right. But if I flip it horizontal, up and down, then you can see how it just changes. So a little bit of fun things to do there with that. You can also change your font. So perhaps I have something in here that I wrote. How about this? Okay. And so then I can also change my font. Of course, there's two different ways. As you can see, I got the font toolbar here, so I have all of this available to me, but I can also go into format and change my font around in there as well. And I just have those options available to me. Like I said, they're all available up here. So I would, definitely recommend using this if you are, it just saves, it's a time saver is all it is. But just so that you know that these things are available to you. And then, of course, you have all of this as well. You can change direction. Maybe I want to go vertical. And so that's this one here, I believe, as well as, okay, so it gives you a bunch of other things that you can do as well. So, the main thing about all of this is just playing with it, testing it, seeing if something works for you, if something doesn't work for you, you like the way that this looks, don't like the way this looks. It at least gives you the ability to test some things out. So going back to formatting, if I have an image, so let's grab this and see if it will work with that. I may have to pull in an image, which is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull in an image, a picture, and I will pull in our OIT pictures. How about that? All right, let's go ahead and grab this one here. Okay. And let me go ahead and just shrink it down just a tad. Oops. Well, I said just a tad, but then here we are. Come on. Why aren't you selecting my whole picture? There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. There we go. Okay. I appreciate your patience while I'm fighting with the computer here. So we have, we're back at image. So I can actually make the image a little bit more transparent. So I can actually pick and choose what I want to be transparent, which is kind of cool, especially if you're working on a different background and you want something to stand out. So if I just say, okay, look what happens. It just kind of clears it out. A little bit of photoshopping kind of setup there, not as extensive, but it at least gives you some editing capabilities on the pictures. And I don't have the optimize image option available to me, perhaps because it's at the right resolution, so it's not going to allow me to get any higher there. I can set a background fill for the page, so perhaps I want a different color. I know that was something else we talked about over here. This was something that you can get right here, so you can see those here. So like I was saying, if we wanted to change the background, it just makes it a little bit more invisible. So, at least the owl will appear to be the same color as the background, kind of clean, gives it a nice clean look. So you can actually just have that set and ready for you. So you can see how nice it looks. And that's another nice thing about it is at least then you don't have to try to match the blue within the owl or whatever you're looking for. If you make those transparent and then you bring in the background that you want, then you have that background already matching. So, so you're not sitting there trying to figure out which is which. And then there's a theme, so you can create themes. This is probably something more than I would like to go into here. This would be definitely its own video because there's a lot of stuff you can do here. So I will cover that at some point. It just won't be during this video. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. You have any other questions, comments, concerns, something I didn't cover, you want more information about, please contact me, edis.warden@oit.edu, extension 51730. You can find me on the Skype directory at Edis Warden. And, I will come to your office. You can come to my office. We can IM. We can video chat. We can send emails. Whatever works best for you, please let me know. I'm here to help you. I want to help make your classroom experience a lot better, or your work environment a lot easier to work with. So please use me as best as you can. Thank you and have a great day.